Imagine this. You were just at the park, you come home, and your friend asks you, what were you doing? You say, I was walking down the path, and I saw all these people walking these four-legged animals. They were furry, they had this long nose, and they're wagging their tails. Yeah, it's called a dog. So it seems weird to give this long description of that thing because we already have a name for it that symbolizes the complex information so you can store it easily in your brain. Same thing with dance. Until you have a name for that complex set of movement that you're doing, it's really hard to discuss things with your teachers or your partners. So, what is the difference between an inside and outside turn? What does that mean? Today, I have my lovely friend Diana here to help. So, let's get started. So, in salsa, I'll give you my back. We have the line of dance, which is for the follow. And then for the leads, we have one rail here on the right and one rail here on the left. The most common place to dance for the leads, especially if you're a beginner, is on your right rail, and that's where you give the crossbody lead. Okay? So what is an inside and outside turn? Using the lead as a reference and the crossbody lead. So you have Diana's back here. As I give her a crossbody lead, if I decide to turn her to her left, in towards me, I'm the reference point, that is an inside turn in linear salsa. Okay, so it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Or if we're dancing on 2, it would look like this. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So if she or the follow is turning in towards the lead, that's an inside turn. Now, if the follow turns the other way, outside or towards the outside, away from the lead, the reference point, that's going to be an outside turn. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Let's do that again. This time on 2. 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So that is the common way to describe an inside and outside turn when dancing linear style salsa. It uses the lead as the reference point. Now, we're not always using linear salsa. So for example, if I'm directly in front of Diana, maybe we're dancing bachata, or maybe this is just a different way to describe what inside and outside can mean, because different schools, different people have different ways of describing things. So if I'm not using myself as the reference, if I'm just using Diana, I'm going to use which hand, her hand is the reference, and then the direction. So if I'm taking her hand across her body, that's going to be an inside turn. If I'm taking her hand and it's going away from or outside of her body, that's going to be an outside turn. So that's at least on our online lessons, this is how we describe it in bachata, and that's how we describe it for linear salsa. Some people might describe it this way as an inside turn and an outside turn for salsa, or if the lead is right in front of the follow. Everyone does it different, but the most common way I've seen it described, especially in linear salsa, is a crossbody lead. Inside turn is the follow spinning to the left, and a crossbody lead outside turn is the follow spinning to the right. So, two different ways to describe inside and outside turns. And now a quick little bonus. So if you want to double your moves when you're dancing salsa, let's go back to what I was explaining at the beginning. So the follow has the line of dance. You have one rail here and another rail here. Most beginners are going to dance on the right rail and do the traditional crossbody lead with the inside and outside turns. So if you want to double the amount of moves you can do, instead of only dancing on your right rail leads, you want to also learn how to dance on the left rail. So just like you can do a normal crossbody lead, I get to the right, I let the follow cross, I get to the right, I let the follow cross. I'll give you my back. I can do the same thing, but on the left. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to call that a reverse crossbody lead. Whenever I go on the other side, I'm going to call it reverse. Let's do that one more time. If I'm dancing on 1, that would be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So I can also do an inside turn and an outside turn from that other side. And so this is the tricky part. So we used me as the reference. So if we're turning left, that's an inside turn. I'm going to keep that name. So that's an inside turn. If I go to the other side, I'm going to call it a reverse inside turn. And Diana is going to keep spinning the same direction. So she's going to go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now, if I turn her to the outside, but I'm on the other rail, I'm going to call it a reverse outside turn. So it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Again, the footwork is the same for the follow to keep things simple, and so the leads don't have to remember or switch everything. So if I'm on the normal side, it's an inside and outside turn. If I go to the other side, it's a reverse inside and outside turn. And likewise, any move I can do on one side, I can do the same thing on the other side. So it's an easy way to double the amount of moves you have. If you enjoyed that, I highly recommend watching this next video on 7 inside turn variations. And if you want to go deeper with your salsa, you want to learn faster, I highly recommend our online courses at thedancedojo.com. If you're not getting the details you need from class, if you want to learn at your own pace, if you want to improve faster in classes and have more fun social dancing, this online course is perfect for you. Check it out free for an entire week at thedancedojo.com. Catch you in the next video. Peace.